Good morning, everyone. So we are still in the second unit. The unit of the second is the transfer. Jet. Okay. We are in the topic of solving the difference equation using jet transformation. Solving the difference equation using the jet transformation. So in order to solve these kind of problems, we have to take, that means we have to know what is the output one and what is the input one. The transformation of the output function divided by the input function is going to give us the jet transform. The jet transform of output divided by input is nothing but called as the jet transformation. Jet. Okay. So while observing the difference equations, you must be able to know what is the output one and what is the input one. It may be different types of the signals also. Not only the always, that means not only always, the output function is going to be represented by y of k and input functions are going to be represented by x of k. It may be replaced. Simply, for our understanding, the left side equation of the difference equation is going to be assumed as a output function, and the right side equation of the difference function is going to be assumed as a input. Simply a blind representation about the difference equation. Left side part of the difference equation is called as the output and right side part of the difference equation is called as input. It's a blind reason. Okay. So in the previous class we have seen how the difference equations are going to be calculated and how to calculate that particular difference equations using the initial conditions. The initial the statement of the problem. While understanding the statement of the problem, you people must be familiar about whether the initial conditions are there or not. If initial conditions are there, you have to expand the shifting property. If initial conditions are not going to be taken into the account, just we have to take only the jet transfer function. Okay. You may be very familiar about that one. The initial conditions are going to be given only for the output function only, not for the input function. Make sure about that. The initial conditions are going to be assumed only for the output, not for the input. Make it clear. Okay. So in the previous class, we have seen two different problems only. With the consideration of initial conditions and without the consideration of initial conditions. With these two, we have seen how to calculate the jet transfer function. Jet transfer function is nothing but applying the jet transform and equating output divided by input. It is just called as a jet transfer function. Jet transfer. So after that, we have seen how to calculate the difference equation without the consideration of initial conditions. And later, we have seen how to calculate the difference equation with the consideration of initial condition. Okay. So for this class also, we will solve some of the problems regarding to this difference equation, and we will close this particular topic by today itself. By today itself, we will start the new topic, fresh topic from tomorrow onwards. Okay. For this today's class, let us solve some more problems based upon the difference equation and with and without consideration of initial conditions. Initial conditions. Okay. So without any delay, let us enter into our present topic. Okay. So this is the previous session problem. So solve the difference equation, which is represented as C of k plus 2 plus 3 into C of k plus 1 plus 2 into C of k is equal to U of k, with the initial conditions considered as C of 0 is equal to 1 and C of 1 is equal to minus 3. So in the statement of the problem, the initial conditions is going to be assumed only for the output function. The output function here is C of k, and the input function for this one is U of k. U of k is nothing but called as the step function. Step function. Okay? We have seen we have seen how to solve these particular problems with the consideration of initial conditions. That means here, try to observe this. The initial conditions, that means the Z transformation for C of k plus t is going to be represented as Z square into C of Z, Z square into C of Z minus Z square into C of 0 minus Z into C of 1. Z square into C of Z minus Z square into C of 0 minus Z into C of 1 plus 3 into C of k plus 2. See, what is the Z transform of C of k plus 1 with the inclusion of initial conditions Z into C of Z minus C of 0. And Z transformation of C of k is nothing but C of Z. And Z transformation of the step function U of k is nothing but Z divided by Z. Okay. After that, later on, with the inclusion of C of 0 is equal to 1 and C of 1 is equal to 3 minus 3, we are going to obtain the equation, that is C of Z is equal to Z into 1 plus Z square minus Z divided by Z minus 1 into Z plus 1 into Z plus 2. So in order to calculate the C of k, we have to apply for partial fraction method. So in order to solve the partial fraction method, the expression has to be represented as C of Z divided by Z. C of Z divided by Z. So C of Z divided by Z can be taken as Z square minus Z plus 1 whole divided by Z minus 1 into Z plus 1 into Z plus 2. Okay. So we have seen, that means we have solved the partial fraction method. That means we have expanded that particular equation with the partial fraction method as a1 by Z minus 1 plus a2 by Z plus 2 plus a3 divided by Z plus 2. So we have applied the partial fraction method of calculation of A1, A2, A3, and we have obtained the values of A1, A2, and A3. So we have just substituted those values in this particular C of Z divided by Z, and after that we have applied the inverse Z transform for this equation. The inverse Z transform for this equation. It is going to be converted as C of k is equal to Z divided by Z minus 1 is nothing but U of k. It is Z transform of step function. Minus 3 by 2 into minus 1 whole power 1 into U of k plus 3 by 7 by 3 into minus 2 whole power 3. Okay. In this way, we have to solve the difference equations with the consideration of initial conditions. So in the same manner, we will solve the remaining problems also. Okay. So next, yeah, this is the function. Okay. See here, solve the following difference equation: x of k plus 2 minus x of k plus 1 plus 0.25 into x of k is equal to u of k plus 2, where x of 0 is equal to 1 and x of 2 is equal to 2. Okay. So here also, try to observe the statement of the problem. The initial conditions are going to be given only for the output equation itself. Okay. Here, the output equation is nothing but x of t, and the input equation is nothing but u of t. U of t. Okay. He has asked us take the consideration of initial conditions for the output function, that is x of 0 is equal to 1 and x of 1 is equal to 2. Okay. So here is the solution for this one. So this is the difference equation which he has given. So applying the Z transformation for this one, we are going to get k plus 2 is nothing but z square into x of z minus z square into x of 0 minus z into x of 1. It is the z transformation for x of k plus 2. Similarly, in the same fashion, the z transform for x of k plus 1 can be taken as z into x of z minus z into x of 0 plus 0.25 in z transformation of x of k is nothing but x of z is equal to the z transform of the function u of k plus 2 is nothing but z square into u of z minus z square into u of 0 minus z into u of z square into u of z minus z square into u of 0 minus z into. Okay. So just substitute the values of x of 1 and x of 0 as 1 and 2. So this is the equation. This is the equation we are having. So z square into x of z minus z square into x of 0 value is 1 and z into x of 1 value is 2 minus z into x of z plus z into x of 0 value is 1 plus 0.25 into x of z is equal to z square into u of z minus z square into u of 0 value. The step function of 0 is nothing but 0 and step function of 1 is nothing but called as 1. Okay, so this value is 0 and this value is 1. Okay. Uh, so after that we have obtained the value of x of z, that is nothing but x of z divided by u of z can be taken as z square divided by z square minus z plus 0.2. 0.2. Okay, this is the equation we have obtained. That means this equation is nothing but called as the z transfer function. Z transfer function. Okay, so we have to obtain the value of x of t. Sorry, x of k. Okay, so here is the problem. That means x of z is equal to z square divided by z square minus z plus 0.25 into u of z. U of z value is nothing but the step function of z transform of the step function, that is z divided by z minus 1. Okay. So in order to solve the partial fraction method, we have to take or we have to represent that particular equation with x of z divided by z is equal to z square divided by z minus 1 into z minus 0.5 whole square. Z square divided by z minus 1 into z minus 0.5 whole square. So expanding the particular equation as a partial fraction method, we are going to get a divided by z minus 1 plus b divided by z minus 0.54 plus c divided by z minus 0.5 whole square. Okay. So just equating this particular one and comparing the z square terms on both sides. Z square terms on both sides. We are going to get the expression that is a plus b is equal to 1, and comparing the z coefficients, we are going to get the expression that is minus a minus 1.5 into b plus c is equal to 0. And after comparing the constant values on the both sides, we are going to get 0.25a plus 0.25b minus c is equal to 0. That means in the left hand side we are able to observe only the value of z square. So the comparison of z square is going to be taken as 1 and comparison of z and constant values is nothing but 0. Okay, that means we have obtained three different relations divided into the A, B, C. That means with the comparison of z square terms, z terms, and constant terms on the both LH side and RH side. Okay, so after that we have applied the solving procedure. We have equated two particular equations. We have obtained the value of A is equal to 4. We have obtained the value of A is equal to 4. And in the similar fashion, we have obtained the value of B as minus 3. And similarly, in the same fashion, we have obtained the value of C as minus 0. Minus 0. That means we have expanded the particular equation as a partial fraction method as A, B, and C, and we have taken a comparison procedure and we have obtained the parameters of A, B, and C as 4, minus 3, and 1. So just substitute the particular values in this equation. That means this is the equation. This equation. So that is nothing but x of z divided by z is equal to 4 divided by z minus 1 minus 3 divided by z minus 0.5 minus 0.5 divided by z minus 0.5 whole square. So taking this particular z value to this side, we are going to get x of z is equal to 4 into z divided by z minus 1 minus 3 into z divided by z minus 0.5 minus 0.5 into z divided by z minus 0.5 whole square. So this is the value. A small printing mistake is going to be happen. So it is nothing but the value 1. So what is the inverse Z transform for Z divided by Z minus 1? It is nothing but the step function. It is not Z minus 4, it is Z minus 1. Okay, 4 into U of k, 4 into U of k minus 3 into 0.5 whole power k minus 0.5 into k into U. Z divided by Z minus 0.5 whole square is nothing but k into U of k. Therefore, that value is 0.5 whole power k into k into U of k. Okay, so this is the value which is going to be obtained with the help of partial fraction method. That means the difference equation is going to be solved in this way with the consideration of initial conditions. Initial conditions. So in the similar fashion, we will solve one more problem. So this is the statement of the problem. Solve the following difference equation with the use of Z transform method for x of k plus 1, sorry, k plus 2 plus 3 into x of k plus 1 plus 2 into x of k is equal to 0 with the initial data x of 0 is equal to 0 and x of 1 is equal to 1. So in the statement of the problem, try to observe that only the output function has been given. There is no input function. The output function is nothing but represented as x of k. There is no input function. The output is represented as x of k and input is 0. So applying the Z transform method for this equation with the consideration of the initial conditions, we are going to get Z square. The Z transform of x of k plus 2 is Z square into x of z minus Z square into x of 0 minus z into x of 1 plus 3 into z into x of z minus z into x of 0 plus 2 into x of z is equal to 0. So substituting the values of x of 0 and x of 1 in this one, we are going to get z square into x of z minus z square into 0 minus z into 1 plus 3z into x of z minus 3z into z of x 3z into x of 0 value is 0 plus 2 into x of z. So separating the values of x of z, we are going to get the z transfer function as x of z is equal to z divided by z square plus 3z plus 2. Z divided by z square plus 3z plus 2. So applying the partial fraction method for this particular equation, we are going to get x of z divided by z is equal to a divided by z plus 1 plus b divided by z plus 2. Okay. So comparing the values of z terms and constants on both sides, we are going to equate the values of a and b. values of A and B as 1 and minus 1, 1 and minus 1. So after that, just substituting the values of A and B in this particular equation. That is, this is the equation. A is nothing but 1 and B is nothing but minus 1. So x of z divided by z is equal to 1 divided by z plus 1 minus 1 divided by z plus 2. So just taking this particular z value to this side, we are going to get x of z is equal to z divided by z plus 1 minus z divided by z plus 2. So the x of k value is nothing but here. Applying the inverse z transform for this function, it is nothing but can be represented as z divided by z minus 1 whole power minus 1 minus z divided by z minus 2. Okay, so this is the value nothing but x of k. Simply we can take the z transform for this function as x of k is equal to minus 1 whole power k minus 2 whole power minus 1 whole power k minus 2 whole power. So this is the inverse z transform for this one. So in this way we are going to solve the difference equations with the consideration of initial conditions. Okay? Initial. So in the similar fashion we will solve one more problem. So here is the statement of the problem. Solve the following difference equation using z transform, that is x of k plus 2 plus 5 into x of k plus 1 plus 6 into x of k is equal to 0 with the initial conditions it has given as x of 0 and x of 1 is nothing but 1. Both initial condition values are assumed to be 1 unity. Without any delay, try to solve this problem. That is, applying the z transform for this difference equation, we are going to get z square into x of z minus z square into x of 0 minus z into x of 1. It is the z transform of the function x of k plus 1. Similarly, x of k plus 1 is 5 into z into x of z minus z into x of 0. 5 into z into x of z minus 5 into z into x of 0 plus 6 into x of z. Here only the LH side equation is present. The RH side equation is absent. That means only the output function is going to be there in the equation and input function of the equation is absent. Okay. That means the difference equation is going to be obtained. That means the z transfer function is going to be obtained only if x of z. Okay. So after applying the z transform for this difference equation, we are going to substitute. We have to substitute the values of x of 0 and x of 1. X of 0 and x of 1. That is, x of 0 value is 1 and x of 1 value is also 1. So just substituting the values of x of 0 and x of 1 as 1, we are going to get z square into x of z minus z square into x of 0 So in the statement of the problem, it is nothing but x of 0 is equal to 0. I think x of 0 value is 0. X of 0 value is 0 and x of 1 value is 1. So small little modification is this. X of 0 value is 0 and x of 1 value is. So therefore z square into x of z minus x of 0 value is 0. Therefore we are going to have only x of 1, that value is 1. Therefore z square into x of z minus z plus 5 into z into x of z minus x of 0 value is 0. So therefore This value is also going to be taken as 0, and this value is also going to be taken as plus 6 into x of z is equal to 2. Therefore, we are having only the equation z square into x of z plus 5 into z into x of z plus 6 into x of z is equal to z. That means this z value, constant value, is going to be taken to the RH side, right hand side. Therefore, taking the x of z as a common value, we are going to have z square into 5z plus 6 is equal to. So after that, x of z is nothing but z divided by z square plus 5z plus 6. Z square plus 5z plus 6. Okay, so this is the z transfer function we are going to get. Z transfer function we are going to get. So in some of the cases or some of the problems, they may ask us to calculate the pulse transfer function. The z transfer function, sometimes called as a pulse transfer function. Pulse transfer function. Okay. Make sure about that. In some of the cases, he may ask us to calculate the z transfer function or the pulse transfer function. Okay. So applying the partial fraction method for this equation x of z, we are going to get the roots of the equation z square plus 5z plus 6 is nothing but 2 and 3, minus 2 and minus 3. Therefore, it is going to be expanded as z divided by z plus 2 into z plus 2. So, applying the partial fraction expansion, this z is going to be taken here as a denominator of x of z. Therefore, x of z divided by z is equal to a divided by z plus 2 plus b divided by z plus 2. Okay. So after calculating this and comparing the z terms and constant terms, we are going to get two different equations. That is, comparing the z terms on the both sides, we are going to have only a and b is equal to 0, and constant terms we are going to have is 3a plus 2b is equal to 1. Right? Because only on left hand side we are having only the constant value as 1, and z values are 0. So we have obtained two particular relations for a and b with the comparison of z terms and constant terms. We are going to get, that is, from this equation we are going to get minus a. Subsequently, the b value is minus a. So just substituting that value in the constant comparison equation, we are going to get the value of a is 1 and the value of b as minus 2. So just substituting the values of a and b in this particular equation, that is z divided by z plus 2 into z plus 3, we are going to get, sorry, this value a and value b. A value is 1 and b value is 1. So we are going to get x of z divided by z is equal to 1 divided by z plus 2 minus 1 divided by z plus 3. So taking this particular z value to this side, we are going to have x of z value is z divided by z plus 2 minus z divided by z plus 3. So this value can be represented as z divided by z minus minus 2 minus z divided by z minus minus 3. So later on, applying the inverse z transform for this equation, we are going to get the value of x of k as minus 2 whole power k minus 3 whole power. X of k is equal to minus 2 whole power k minus 3 whole power. So this is the final equation we are going to be obtained with the z transform methods for calculating the difference equation. For calculating the difference equation, we are going to apply the z transform, and we have to assume or consider the initial conditions, that is x of 0 or x of 1 and x of 2. Okay, so depending upon the requirement, we are going to assume or consider the initial conditions, the difference equations, and later on we are going to obtain the values of x of 2, x of 3. Okay, so in this way we are going to solve the difference equations using z transform. Using z transform. That means you people must be familiar about the particular table, the expansion table which we have seen in the previous class. That is, this is the table which is used for representing or calculating or equating the difference in quotient. Equating the difference in quotient. That is x of k plus 4, x of k plus 3, x of k plus 2, x of k plus 1, x of k minus 1, k minus 2, k minus 9, k minus 1. So you people must be familiar about only the expansion process is going to be taken only for advanced shifting operation, not for the delay. Advanced shifting operation means that the expansion process is going to be happen only for k plus n terms, k plus 4 or k plus 3 or k plus 2 or k plus 1. There is no initial conditions for the function k minus k minus. Okay. So the shifting operation is going to be happen only for k plus n terms. K minus n terms is not going to be taken into the okay. So try to utilize this particular table and try to solve the difference equations using the jet function. Using the okay. This is the difference equation we are going to use for solving. That is, these are the properties. Jet transform properties, that is nothing but shifting property. Left shift or right shift. Left shift is also called as negative terms. Why? Because uh, k minus n terms is going to be there. So the left shift is going to be called as the delay, and right shift terms are called as the advance. So right shifting operation is going to be happen for functions, that is discrete functions as x of k plus n, and delay operations is going to be happening for the functions x of k minus. Okay. So in this way we are going to calculate the difference equation. That means we are going to solve the difference equation using jet transform method with the consideration of the initial conditions and also without the consideration of initial condition. Okay. So with this we are going to close this particular topic, that is solving of the difference equation using jet transform. So in the next class, we are going to start the next topic in the second topic. That is the last and final topic in the second. Okay. So with this, we are going to wind up the class for today. Try to utilize the online classes and try to attend the classes regularly and be safe during this pandemic situation. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.